Shout out to everybody that's already tuned in. Let's see, y'all. Got my hair in a bun right now. I left it because my wife did it. It's like, this is cute. All right. Got the mic up. Chesticles 1, 2, 3. Shout out to everybody that's tuned in again. Let's go ahead and get it started. That is my bad. I thought I was ready.
For the Couch Chronicles, where there ain't no fucking limits. Limits.
Every Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday from 8 Central Time. You don't never want to miss a couch. And now we're live every Wednesday and Friday from 9:30 a.m. Central Time. That's every day of the week. Yeah, tune in. You don't want to miss this shit. It's the Couch Chronicles, where they know what? I know you said it.
It's the Couch Chronicles, where it ain't no fucking limits.
I look like and feel like I'm $1,000,000. I'm feeling myself for real. I'm on my way. The way I walk looks like a dance. And baby, that's just how I feel. I'm feeling good. I'm feeling right. I'm feeling alive. I'm feeling myself. I am high. I am. I'm feeling good.
Couch Chronicles, early mornings on the couch, that is, every Wednesday and Friday from 9:30 a.m. Central Time. Come catch a vibe with the couch. If you ain't gotta work, then you better keep your pajamas on. Get your tea, your coffee, whatever you drink, and whatever you smoke. Because Wednesdays and Fridays is the time to be relaxed, chilling, vibing, you know. If you would like to be a live guest, if you in the Oklahoma City area, DM me now. Trust me when I say you don't want to miss this vibe. Are you feeling good? I'm feeling good. That's how you supposed to feel in the morning. 1, 2, 3, let's go!
I look like and feel like I'm $1,000,000. I'm feeling myself for real. I'm on my way. The way I walk looks like a dance. And baby, that's just how I feel. I'm feeling good. I'm feeling right. I'm feeling alive. I'm feeling myself. I am high. I am. I'm feeling good. I'm feeling right. I'm feeling alive. I'm feeling alive. I am. I'm feeling good. I'm feeling right. I'm feeling alive. I'm feeling myself. I am.
Okay, let me plug this on in. Hey. Oh, yeah, I'm just saying. Y'all, it's the Couch Chronicles, where it ain't no fucking limits. Of course, I do this every Monday, Tuesday, Thursday from 8 Central Time, and every Wednesday and Friday from 9:30 a.m. Central Time. So if you like, damn, what she got on? Pajamas. And you should too, especially if you're not at work. What? Please, kick it at home. Drink your coffee, whatever you smoke. Some of y'all smoke cigarettes. Some of y'all smoke weed. Some of y'all smoke crack. I'm not judging. I'm saying whatever you smoke and whatever you drink, come vibe with the couch. Let me share the live a little on Instagram. Some of my peoples might be up. Shout out to one of my new couch potatoes. Like, what? Gorilla Zoe? Stop playing with them. Definitely appreciate the love. There we go. Yeah. So if y'all are on Instagram, make sure that y'all follow Gorilla Zoe, because he do be tuned in, and I appreciate that. For real. Couch potatoes. Let's get into it. Before we start, you know, I always like to do a moment of silence for the ones who didn't make it here today for whatever reason. So let's give this moment of silence to them. If you haven't already done so, make sure that you check on your strong friends. check on your peoples. Anybody that you fuck with, Grand Rising. Anybody that you fuck with, Grand Rising. Anybody that you fuck with, anybody that you love. If you say that you care about somebody, why haven't you checked on them? It's cold, right? Ain't you like, oh, I'm cold? And yeah, check on your people. They might be cold too. They might have, they heat might be off right now. But they so prideful that they want to tell you, or they can't tell you because you might blast them on the internet. You feel me? So check on your strong friends. Check on your friends that you know ain't gonna throw nothing in their face. Check on your people. If you know anybody that's locked up, write them. If you know anybody that's in the hospital, do your wellness check, because if y'all don't know, there's actually people that don't have anybody and they in the hospital stuck. And while they're in there, they're being taken advantage of by the staff, the doctors, the nurses. That's really happening. Not in 1970. No, it's happening right here, right now. 2026, it's real. It really is happening. It's been happening for years. It never stopped. It just got quiet. It just don't have anybody to be the voice. So make sure that you check on your friends or your people that's in the hospital too. Don't think that, oh, they taken care of. They got a roof over their head. They got doctors and staff members that's going to cater to their every need. Oh, you worried about them having a roof over their head. You not worried about them taking parts from them or trying different medication on them that's not even out. You're not even worried about that part. You didn't even take it that deep, because it gets that deep. So don't think for 1 second that just because they got a meal or they're in the hospital where if something was to happen, they're at the place that it can be taken care of. Yeah, don't think like that. If it's someone, Grand Rising, Uncut Yola, if it's someone that you know that doesn't have anybody that's in the hospital with them, you better be leery of the staff members and any of the nurses, seriously, because it's happening. Y'all just don't know about it because just like those people don't have nobody while they're in there, they don't have nobody out here right now being the voice for them. How do you know? You don't know. Some of them can't even tell you because some of them is dead right now. And all you know is, oh, this person died from COVID, or this person died from, no, that's what but you don't even really know, especially if that's not your family. It's not all in the newspaper like patient died again at Baptist Integris, or patient died again at OU Medical Center. It's not in the news about that. So you don't even know. You don't know. You don't know because some of their organs might even be taken. But they don't have the family members to go check or do a biopsy. They don't have those family members. They didn't have those family members to sit in there with them when they was in there. So make sure that you check on your people, check on. That's why today is surgeries, menopause, health, and more. Even bills, medical bills. We're going to talk about all of that today. So I know it's early mornings on the couch, but early mornings on the couch, it does get kind of deep. Grand Rising, everybody. I see y'all. Also coming up on the couch, February 9th for Sickle Cell Talk. We're going to have Tashina, sorry. She's from the NOLA Girl podcast, and I'm super excited to have her because she also has sickle cell, and she's going to be able to tell you firsthand about sickle cell. You're not just hearing it from me and what I've learned from the internet. You're going to hear from someone who actually goes through it firsthand. February the 19th, we got Bree DeVoe. Can't wait to have her either. Super excited. This will actually be her third time on the couch. We're going to talk about music, life, and more. Also, we got G from Oklahoma City. He's an artist. We're going to be talking about music and more as well with him. So January the 30th is going to be Fuck Fentanyl. And the first week of February, the 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th, and 6th is going to be Prison, Jail, Felon Talk. So if you resonate with any of these subjects, you're more than welcome to come sit on the couch. I know sometimes I get people that be like, oh, well, I'm in Kansas or I'm in California. That doesn't mean that you can't be on the couch. Send me a picture for the flyer and let's get you on the couch. Like, I have people all over. People watching on Instagram, people watching on Big O, Twitch, like, fan base, favorited, Threads, Apple, Spotify, Pandora. So shout out to y'all. Again, today, is about surgeries, menopause, health, medical bills, and more. And I like to talk about it because a lot of times we don't know, or we believe that if we feel okay, or if you don't see any issues or anything, if you don't feel like something's wrong, or if it doesn't look like something's wrong, then you don't really go get yourself checked out. You're not doing and I'm not talking about, for the ladies, I'm not talking about just going to go get a pap smear or a wellness check from a women wellness check, because I will be the first to say that those women wellness checks only go so far. It only does so much. And contrary to what you may believe, I didn't find out that I had fibroids and cysts from my wellness check. I went and had my wellness check, and they told me nothing was wrong. A week later, I was in emergency surgery. So it's like, especially when it comes to brown people, people of color. Now, I know I got some viewers right now that are Caucasians, and you're like, wait a minute, I don't believe that. Hold on, because you're not a person of color, so you don't know exactly what it feels like and how it feels to go to these hospitals and these doctors, and you're getting looked at and talked at a certain way. And because, as a person of color, statistically, it says that we have a higher tolerance, because we're not coming in there like, oh my God, we're not believed. We're not taken as serious as someone who's bent over screaming. And no, we want to be bent over like that, but hold on, we got people watching us, family, kids. We got to be this strong person that we were brought up to be. So we don't have the privilege of coming into the hospital like, no, can we please get checked? Because we have to talk with common sense. We have to talk with, otherwise you're going to be looking at us like, this ghetto bitch. Because if I really want to tell you, like, I'm in some motherfucking pain, this shit hurt, oh my fucking, y'all going to be like, so, yes, my name is such and such. Can I please be seen? Oh yes, I'm in excruciating pain. On a scale of 1 to 10, 10. Because if I'm coming in there and I'm telling you how it is and how I feel, and sometimes the pain is so excruciating, it makes you want to curse. It makes you sometimes like, you know? But if you go in there talking like that, you're automatically you're going to be seen, but they're going to treat you a certain way. You said, since our ancestors survived slavery, we can just survive anything. That's crazy. Exactly. And it's true. Again, when you have a high tolerance, you don't tend to make the noises of somebody who has the same problems as you. And it's sad because we want to be that strong person, and we do, especially when it comes to our health. Again, a lot of us don't even get checked or, take it any further because we thinking, oh, this wellness check, they said nothing was wrong, and then we ignoring the pain that we know we feel. Like, we feel the pain. Excuse me. We know something is going wrong. But this doctor over here said nothing's wrong. So who do I believe? Myself, my body, what I'm feeling, or do I believe this doctor who has went to medical school, who's might even be in a fellowship? Do I believe them, or do I believe me? And if I don't believe them and I believe me, what do? Do I go rack up another bill? Thank you so much. Do I rack up another bill to get to the bottom of how I feel? Or do I take the word of a doctor, like I said, who may be in a fellowship or literally has been doing this for years? Do I believe them, or do I get a second opinion? Second opinions cost, just like the original cost. You said, I sell herbs. I literally make herbs mix, a herb mix that helps with menopause. Yo, honestly, I'm going to say this. One, I'm going to support anything you doing So send it to me. Send me the price. I am broke, as they say. So um, let me know the price. No, I'm playing. No, for real. Send me the price. I really want to try. But I'm going to tell you how I managed menopause, because, that's also part of the segment today is I managed menopause. At first, whenever I first got out the hospital, it was so bad. I'm talking about sweat pouring down my body bed, like oh my god, you know what I'm saying? Like I can't even really explain to you the seriousness of the heat. Imagine the hottest thing that you've ever touched. Yeah. Imagine the hottest thing that you ever touched. Okay, you touch it as a regular person. Okay, you burnt. It's gone in a few minutes. You touch it as a menopause person, then you absorb that motherfucker like it's a superpower. I am not kidding. Like, it will absorb into you and come through your whole body, and now you feeling like you on fire. And it's like, oh my god, how do I get rid of it? You can't jump out of your body and get rid of the heat. And then sometimes you so hot you can literally go and see the heat. I don't care what you think, but as a menopause person, then I know you understand that we can blow fire out of our mouth. Call it hot breath, bad breath, whatever the fuck you want. But I'm telling you, it's menopause breath. It don't even have to have a smell. It's hot though. It is. Call us a motherfucking dragon paws. Okay? I'm just saying. You said what age does it hit? Honestly, I was thrown into menopause. Let me tell you how, which is the reason why this is called Surgeries, Health, and More. Because, like I said, when I went to the doctor, I went to go get a woman's wellness check, right? And I'm thinking that, okay, they're going to be able to decipher, where this pain I'm having is coming from. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm having a little bit of pain. So, I get there and I'm like, okay, yeah, I'm doing the thing, legs cocked up in the air, and she feeling around. I'm like, okay, yeah, that hurts. But because I wasn't like, that hurts, I was just like, yeah, that hurts, like, is that normal? She was like, oh, yeah, that's normal. I was like, oh. You didn't hear me say it hurt, right? But because I didn't say that, but I'm like, like, sometimes when I get nervous, I laugh. I do. So I was like, like it hurts. That's normal? And she said, yes, again. I said, okay. About a week later, I damn near couldn't even move. I was in so much pain. And I had already went to this doctor. So I ruled whatever was going on right there. I ruled that out. I took my doctor's word for it. Yeah, that's what I did, like a dummy. I took her word for it. And I was like, baby, I think it might be, it might be my fucking, I don't know, I might have to shit. I might be backed up. I didn't know. I was just like, I don't know. I don't know. So my wife take me to the hospital. And that's when I found out that I had 24 fibroids and cysts, to the point where it was wet. And the reason why my rectum was hurting, the reason why I thought I had the shit, is because the fibroids and cysts was wedged between my rectum and my bladder. So I couldn't use the bathroom like a normal person would. It hurt. I couldn't even sit down. And I'm like, wait a minute. I thought this was normal. My doctor said it was normal. Nope, come to find out I had to have total hysterectomy. So having a total hysterectomy threw me into menopause early. I've been in menopause for 2 years already. Fuck. So a lot of people don't realize that menopause literally changes you. It changes your outlook on life, on people, on conversations, on things. You don't even like to be be around energies that make you hot. Because energies can make you hot. And I don't like to be hot. is a menopause. Is that what we call each other? Menopauses? Whatever. So when I first got out of the hospital, learning how to deal with, you know, having menopause and being this young, and nobody really teaching me about it. All I knew about menopause was that my mother was a bitch, that she treated everyone like shit. Like, I knew that I didn't want to be like that. That's what I did know. I knew that. Like, only time I'm a bitch is if I'm really pushed. And even then, I literally got to be pushed. If you know me, then you know that. I don't even allow Grand Rising. I don't even allow menopause. And what I say is the menopause causes a type of anger that I can't even explain to y'all. Like a type of, it literally changes your whole mood in 2.3, not even 2.3, point nothing seconds. Like, and it's the type of anger that people would say you need counseling for, because it's like, wow, like, how can somebody get that angry? And I've literally watched my mom get that angry. So that's what helps me the most with my menopause, is that I don't want to be like my mom. So I don't have those angry spells out loud. I can hear or feel or know when it's about to happen. I'm like, ooh, I don't want to be like Gina. That's my mama's name. I don't want to be like Gina. And that's the Gina in there. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Reel it on in, you know. And the hot flashes, what helped me control the hot flashes was, believe it or not, ASMR. Like, believe it or not, literally meditating. Because when I say, oh my gosh, menopause is literally no jokes. You said them fibroids and tumors ain't no joke. Exactly. Now, one thing about me is I've been through so many surgeries, y'all wouldn't even imagine. Like, and I already know for a fact, with the high tolerance of pain that we have, not that I tested out, but for me, I don't care how bad my surgery is. I don't like to take the pain medicine. My last surgery, my 360 spinal surgery, they went through my stomach and my back at the same time. I'm talking about staples from here to here, from my stomach and my back. And I did that with no medication. And not everybody can do that. And I don't encourage, when I'm telling you this, I'm not encouraging you to have a major surgery and not take medication. I'm telling you that for me, I can have a major surgery and not take medication. And I don't know many people like that at all. Even the doctors, they sit and watch me and look at me because they're like in awe that I can have a major surgery and refuse pain medication. Now, I'm not saying that it doesn't hurt. I'm not saying that those around me, it doesn't irritate them because I'm like, I'm not saying that. Because I do moan and groan. And yeah, I complain about it sometimes. I'll be like, oh my God, this shit fucking hurts so bad. I do. But I refuse to take the pain medication because I don't like it. I just don't. I don't want to be on pain medication. I don't want to be on the couch inebriated behind some damn pain medicine. I want to be in my right state of fucking mind and knowing and paying attention to exactly what's hurting in case something is still hurting, or in case I don't want to be so relaxed from medication that I accidentally hurt myself again, because it can happen. We have these surgeries and then we get so used to medication that we're not paying attention to the actual pain that we're in, or if we're in more pain, or if something else got hurt, thinking that I'm okay, that I could walk like this or pull this up like that, or do this like that. He said Black women's pain tolerance is extremely high, so they think we can and should be okay with Tylenol 800s or Loratabs 7.5s. That shit don't work for me, honestly. And the crazy thing about it, though, Shell, is they give me Dilaudid, they give me Oxycontins, Roxys. This is the things that they give me. I don't want to be that fucking high. What? No, I don't. I want to be figuring out what the fuck happening. There's too much happening in the world for me to be high. No. And I wrote this down really to say last, but I want to say it now. Because this is what they wrote when it comes to studies. They said studies show that 3% to 10% of patients who weren't previous addicts become addicts to pain medication. Now, that's what studies say. But I know for a fact that I have witnessed myself more than 3 to 10% being addicted to opioids after a major surgery. But the difference between their studies and what I've witnessed is the ones that I've witnessed are functioning drug addicts. And it sounds bad, yeah, but they're truly in pain still. And a lot of times our doctors don't want us to stay on medication. They don't. You'll be prescribed, you might even get, after a major surgery, after my 360 spinal surgery, even whenever I finally did, like the 360 spinal surgery, like towards the end, my wife was like, babe, you have to take the pain medication. I can't take care of you if you don't. So when I did take it, I had maybe 15 refills. And the dose was so fucking high. Literally. I'm talking about Dilaudid, Oxycontins, Roxys. I'm not talking about no Tylenols, or I'm talking about high medication. You know, and even then I couldn't feel it. It did nothing. Now just yesterday I had surgery, and when they were dosing me with Dilaudid, they was like you can't feel that? I'm like, no, I'm in fucking pain. Like, this shit fucking hurts. They shot me with fentanyl, 3 Dilaudids, and I think a Roxy or something else. But it took all of that for me to even be manageable to for them to move me to the next room after my surgery. And again, now that I'm home, I'm not taking my medication. So yeah, I'm in pain, but I would rather not be constipated. Yeah. So like I said, when you have a major surgery or when you have chronic pain, on top of having a major surgery, yeah, you need medication. You need pain pills. And again, doctors don't like to prescribe you or keep you on those pain medications. You literally have to go out in the streets and purchase the medication that you need. And I feel like that's the reason why a lot of times when someone has an overdose on fentanyl and you're like, damn, I would have never expected them, or I would have never them, like what? Maybe they was experiencing chronic pain and they wasn't in a drug addict phase. They were literally trying to find something to relieve their pain. So that's why I say that 3 to 10% that they're talking about of the people that turn to addicts. No, there's actually more people right now that are addicted to opioids from having a major surgery or having chronic pain. Lupus, sickle cell, like fibromyalgia, like there's a lot of things that cause chronic pain. And what you guys see, y'all might see makeup, y'all might see a smile, y'all might see a not good, nice looking hair, but y'all don't see what's in the inside. Y'all don't know how we feel. Y'all don't know what's going on. Y'all only know what you think you know. So from the outside looking in, yeah, we might look like we're holding everything together, like we have everything put together. But anything could change, especially when you have an autoimmune disease. We're like ticking time bombs. Anything can happen. We can die tomorrow. Today we might have looked good. We might have been viral on social media, or we might have been this, we might have been that. And then the next day we might be dead from the disease that we battle, or from chronic illness, or whatever we're dealing with that you might think is okay. But again, it goes back to some of you all don't even know that you're in something is going on in the inside, because you feel good on the outside. Even you think you feel good on the inside because you don't really know what you're going through, because you never got yourself properly checked. When I was in the Oklahoma County Jail, I was physically assaulted by Sergeant Amos. And this was after I had my total hysterectomy. So I still had scar tissue in there, that was still trying to heal. And then I also couldn't really feel it because I was still numb. So when she hit me hard, because if I could feel it through the numbness, I know it was hard. So when I went to use the bathroom, nothing but blood. So they took me to medical, did a ultrasound, and then the next day I went to my actual doctor after I got out of jail and was like, hey, I need you to do, look, they cut something off because something, whatever was bleeding, the scar tissue was coming down, whatever. They cut something off, did they little research. And shortly after that, it was like a feeling of severe hunger. Like, I know that sounds crazy, but I was like feeling like super fucking hungry. Like, the morning times would be worse. I'm talking about, this was the type of hunger that I was like, oh my God, it's like I didn't eat nothing. I'm like, I'm talking about like, I'm like in excruciating pain. And I'm like, what the fuck is happening? Come to find out, because I had that scar tissue there, and because I was hit in the same area that my scar tissue was trying to heal, it made me form hernias in my umbilical cord and around. So that's when the first surgery happened, with the umbilical cord hernias. I didn't know that severe hunger pain was symptoms. I didn't know. I'm thinking, I'm good. These are just hunger pains. I'm hungry. I'm about to go eat. So we don't really know exactly. If we don't ignore. If something doesn't feel right, you go get it checked. And I know, when you think about the medical system and how they fuck us with these medical bills, I know it's kind of hard to be like, hey, I'm about to go make an appointment and go get seen. I know it's hard to be like, hey, I know. Insurance. Some of you all don't even have health insurance. You don't. You don't even care that you get penalized whenever you go file your taxes. There are health insurances that you can get at a reasonable price. Now, if you have one of those jobs that you get a 401k and you get an option to use their insurance, I would take advantage of your job's insurance. Yes, it does come out of your check, but would you rather go get an independent insurance and pay for it, or it come out of your check and you don't even really know? You already, hey, taxes is already coming out of your check. You don't need to pay attention or whatever. Make sure that you have insurance, especially my 70s, 60s, 80s, and 90s babies. It's imperative. If you have kids, make sure that you have things in place to make sure that your kids are taken care of if anything was to happen to you. Because again, a lot of us, we ignore symptoms because we don't think it's symptoms. We think it's something else. Oh, my stomach must be hurting because I ate a lot of cheese. Oh, my stomach must be hurting because I drink some milk, and I don't usually drink milk, and it makes my stomach hurt anyway. My stomach must be hurting because I took this pill on an empty stomach. Or my chest must be hurting because, no. We like to make excuses for our body pains that we feel or that we're going through because we got other things to do, or because we can't take off of work, or you can't do that to yourself. You are way more important than your 9 to 5. I'm so sorry. And I know you need your 9 to 5 to pay for it, but how can you go to your 9 to 5 if you aren't even alive to thrive? You said you don't miss what you don't have. Is that job insurance? Use those jobs. Yes, exactly. I'm telling you, it's imperative. Especially if you have the job that offers it. Why wouldn't you be taking advantage of it? Don't be one of those ones to have these jobs that offer it and you're not utilizing it. Utilize it. Your health is important. I know these health bills and these bills are crazy. Trust me. I know. I be needing $1.25 sometimes. I get it. So you really have to really think about what's important. And you are important. And I hate to say this like this, but as a person of color, when you're looking for a doctor or someone in a field that you need help with, whether it be lupus, sickle cell, or just a regular doctor's visit, you have to do extra research to find out what doctors are actually here to help you and not just take your money, and actually make sure that you are taken care of, that they fulfill their need for you. Because there are some doctors that will have a smile on their face that doesn't meet their eyes, and they're here for a check. So what you're saying about your experience and what you're experiencing in your body is literally going in one ear and out the other, because they already have their mind made up when it comes to you and your treatment. And it's sad to say, but it happens to people of color all the time. So we have to not only do our due diligence to get a doctor, but we have to do our due diligence to get a doctor that actually cares about us and wants to treat us in the proper way. Period. And that takes time. What I mean by takes time is sometimes it might even be a trial and error. You might get a doctor that, you thought was good because you've seen some of these Google reviews, but don't even just take it to Google, because sometimes some Google reviews ain't real. They're going to take down whatever they feel is going to hinder their business, and that's just real. They can control what comes up on Google. They can ask it to be taken down. because they can say it's harming the business, blah, 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 blah. So do your own research, whether it's asking in the OKC Black Market Group. Like, I'm just saying, like, if you're in the Oklahoma area or wherever you are, speak to, people that that go through the same thing as you. Like me personally, like I have different groups that I'm in on Facebook, like, lupus groups, autoimmune disease groups. And I ask them because, there's a lot of people of color that, tell about their experiences with their doctors or, a nurse or a system or wherever they at, so those are the type of reviews that I want to get. Those are the type of reviews that I want to hear, especially when it comes to a brown person or a person of color, because I don't want to waste my time with a doctor who just wants money and they're not going to treat me and they're going to overlook things that's happening to me or things that I'm saying is happening to me. I want to be treated properly the first time, period. And it's fucked up when it comes to, menopause and health and bills and all of this. You don't really get the real from us or from someone like you, whoever you may be that's watching this. You don't really get the real someone like you review, if that makes sense. I understand, why there are a lot of functioning drug addicts, especially, if they have chronic pain, because who wants to be in pain? And if what gives you a little bit of relief is medication, it's easy for you to get out in the streets and find it than getting your doctor to prescribe you it. Even though they actually know what you're going through, they have a chart of your pain, of your actual whatever the fuck is wrong with you. Yet when you're asking them to prescribe you pain medication, they're automatically looking at you like he or she just trying to get high. Not even the fact that he or she has an autoimmune disease. He or she deals with chronic pain. He or she has sickle cell. He or she is possibly at a 10 right now if he or she is right here in front of my face asking me to prescribe them pills, because they don't do this on a day-to-day basis. These doctors make us feel as if we can't even ask, because they give you this look like, I'm not prescribing you that. I'll give you some ibuprofen. How is ibuprofen going to take away this chronic pain that I'm feeling? How is ibuprofen going to alleviate any of the pain I'm experiencing? And if that was the case about ibuprofen, why in the fuck wouldn't I just go over the counter and get it? Why would I come to you? No, really, let's just be for real. Doc, why would I come to you and ask you for some ibuprofen that I can go prescribe myself? 800 milligrams? Bet. I can do that. I can make it happen over the counter. If I'm coming to you, I need something stronger than ibuprofen. Period. It shouldn't be a problem, and it shouldn't be any further questions except for what pharmacy do you want me to send it to? What? You said that you are healthy. I love my doctors, but I look around to find doctors that care and listen to me, because I've been in my body for 50 plus years and I know my body. So if they don't listen and care about me like they're supposed to, Dr. Mary Hines and Dr. Bruce Mackey are bomb as hell, and Dr. Garrett Wright is good. But if you can get Dr. Porter, he's much more caring. See? These are the type of reviews that I look for, not the Google ones, because the Google ones are going to give you what they want you to see. They're going to give you what they think you want to hear. But I want to hear that if I'm having chronic pain from lupus or any autoimmune disease or any type of reason why I'm having chronic pain and it's charted, y'all can see my chart and you literally are giving me the blues, that's the reason why there are more than 3 to 10% functioning addicts right now, because we don't need to be charted. I'm saying we just in general, but I'm just speaking. Like, there's no need to chart a functioning drug addict that's a functioning drug addict, because that's how you would classify them. But you don't realize that they actually need this medication. They're prescribed this when they can get their doctor to prescribe it. But the doctors give us so much blues that people find themselves in the streets more buying the same medication that they're actually prescribed. And that's why we're losing a lot of people to fentanyl, because they're thinking that somebody's being honest and giving them the medication that they just showed you that they're actually prescribed. They just don't have it right now because their doctor's not prescribing it. They're thinking that you're giving them the same exact thing that they're showing you that they take, because that's what you're telling them, and it looks just like it because you've made it look just like it. But now there's a spike in fentanyl deaths because, hey, well, how else am I going to get these medications to get out of pain if my doctor's giving me the blues? I'm going to look around, right? It's sad. It's fucked up that it even has to be like that. No one with chronic pain or a chronic illness or autoimmune disease or any of that, nobody wants to keep begging to be out of pain. If we finally come to you and tell you that we in pain, baby, you better believe that we've had too much. Nobody wants to revert to drinking and killing their fucking liver, but also do look for different alternatives that might make you feel better. You know, the other day we did shroom talk, and I was telling you of some of the benefits of shrooms. You know, it can help with chronic pain. So if you are one of those ones that want to look into something different than, you know, taking actual medication, I urge you to maybe at least try to look into a holistic doctor that can teach you the benefits of taking psilocybin, or try it yourself. You know, do your own research. Check it out. I definitely appreciate y'all for tuning in. It's the Couch Chronicles, where it ain't no fucking limits. I do this every Monday, Tuesday, Thursday from 8 Central Time, and every Wednesday and Friday from 9:30 a.m. Central Time. It is Friday, so I do want to urge you guys that if you are going out and you decide that you want to drink, please do not drink and drive. If they haven't been cracking down before, you better believe that they cracking down even more now. So I'm just telling you, there's no need to drink and drive. If you feel, hey, it's just up the street, no. Somebody can be in a road just up the street, and that's a murder. And now look at you, you're in prison. Like, oh man, I shouldn't have did that. Yeah, you shouldn't have. So I'm telling you right now, do not drink and drive. Reach out to someone, anyone. Give someone that's sober your keys and have them drive you or ride with them. But do not get behind that wheel. It's the Couch Chronicles, where it ain't no fucking limits. I love you guys so much. Sending positive vibes, love, and energy. I will see you guys on Monday. Good night. I say good night because I won't see you tonight, I guess. Love y'all. Love you, Nikki. I see you.